Dear students, welcome to the first unit of software engineering. In this introductory unit, we will learn the basic concepts related with software. We will also study software components, types, and characteristics. Then we will talk about the role of the software and why we need software. Finally, we will introduce the basic concepts of software engineering. After completing this unit, you should be able to understand what is software, to explain the role of software, to identify different characteristics of software, to understand why we need software, and to explain what is software engineering. Dear student, let us begin with explaining what software basically is. One may describe software as any program that runs on the computer. But this is not a good description of software. There can be a computer program that does not perform any useful function for either user or the system. Such piece of code cannot be called software. So let us refine our description and say computer program that provides desired functionality and performance. From user perspective, this is a good definition, but from technical point of view, it is incomplete, as it does not talk about the technical components of the software. According to Roger Pressman, software has three essential components. Number 1, instructions that mean computer programs that, when executed, provide desired functions and performance. Number 2, data structures that enable the program to adequately manipulate information, and number 3, documents that describe the operation and use of the program. Students, let us see how role of software has been evolving over the years. Role of software. 50s and early 60s era of software is characterized by relatively simple custom software. The organizations which require software got them developed according to their needs. There were no general solutions available. Price of hardware and software was very high and only few big organizations could afford it. From 1965 to 1975, computer hardware and software industry grew rapidly. In this era, real-time systems and database systems were becoming common. Software products providing generic solution also appeared on the market. From 1975 to 1988, computer industry grew even faster. Software were embedded to give product an intelligent look, distributed system became common, personal computers were developed, hardware and software became relatively less expensive. From 1988 till date, computer industry has boomed prolifically. Personal computers have become an essential item of every household. Modern communication is typified by email and audio-video conferencing. Software use graphical user interface in order to make use of software extremely easy and intuitive. Internet has now become an inescapable reality. Today, the desktops are more powerful than old days supercomputer. Wide area networks span whole globe. All this and much more is made possible because of the rapid advancement of hardware and software technologies. That is, software is more like a logical entity rather than a physical one. Software is developed or engineered, not manufactured. Software does not wear out. Software is mostly custom built. Software is more like a logical entity rather than a physical one. Software is not like a house or a car. It is an invisible entity that makes computer hardware work in a desired manner. Software has different characteristics than physical entities, and its development cannot be managed like that of physical things. Software is developed or engineered, not manufactured. The engineering process consists of analysis, design, development, and testing. Let us examine how this concept applies to hardware and software development. The end result of engineering in case of software will be the final product. Making additional copies of that software will cost nothing. But in case of hardware, final product of the engineering process will be a prototype, which still has to be manufactured at mass level. Most importantly, the price of the product is its manufacturing cost plus raw material cost. Manufacturing cost in case of software is insignificant. It is only engineering cost that determines the price of the software. Software does not wear out. This is another characteristic that highlights the logical nature of software. Every physical thing wears out by time and usage. Software needs to be updated periodically, not because it is worn out, but because the larger system in which it is used has changed. For example, MS Word 1 may not work properly with Windows 2000. As the environment in which the software is used changes, software needs to be upgraded so that it is compatible and functions properly. Software is mostly custom built. This point logically follows from the first characteristic we explained, which states that software is engineered, not manufactured. As we have noted above, making copies of software is a simple task. Mostly, software which are to be built are custom software and they need to be engineered. Software. We need software because it performs numerous useful functions. Software has application in all areas of life. Software has become the driving force in advancement of science and technology, engineering, business education, and governance. In short, software has assumed an indispensable role in modern life. Life without computers and software is hard to imagine. Let us now define scientifically. One possible definition could be that software engineering studies the approaches used to develop, operate, and maintain software in a systematic, disciplined, and measurable manner. In simple words, software engineering is a technology which ensures that the project is planned correctly, sufficient resources are allocated to the project, and realistic time frame is adopted for the completion of the project. Analysis, design, development, and testing are done correctly. In short, software is engineering technology which, if followed correctly, enables the organization to develop and deliver high-quality software product on time within budget.